Hello and welcome to Minigame Monday. Today is Monday, November 3rd, 2025, and we will be solving a crossword puzzle from the May 2025 Protospiel online prototype listing, those titles that added bingo matching to their details, so those things can be hooked onto for crossword clues, which we will be solving today. So there's the link in the chat for you to play along if you would like, or to share it with friends if you, especially if it is one of your puzzles featured, it might be fun to share with friends. So let's get started. We can see, I can click on these. Oops, I clicked on the second one instead of the first one. You can click on these links to see the listing on the website. And the answers will be a clue to the answer will be in the game details section for any one of these that if you're not familiar with it and the clue doesn't feel clear, you can look at the prototype listing to get clear on that. So Dive to Revive is one that I haven't play tested myself, but I know it's a sequel to Fly for Pie. I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like what comes to mind immediately as the mechanic in Bus is Pick Up and Deliver. So let's see if Pick Up and Deliver fits in here. Looks like it fits. So I'm going to go with that. Witch's Revel and Throw Burrito theme. So interesting. Well, I don't know if you would call it a theme, but Witch's Revel is a card battler. I know that. It's a 2-player card battler. I don't think, yeah, and that's more of a format, though. Is fighting a theme or format? Let's see. 4 across. It's not food. F-I-G-H-T. It could be fight, but I don't think fight is a theme. Magic. But I feel like that's not a theme. So let me see what's listed for themes for comedy. Okay. Or humor. Comedy is a 6-letter word and humor is a 4. Dream Guardians and Morels format. I mean, Morels is a 2-player game, and I believe that's how Dream Guardian works too. So let's try 2-player. Okay. Big Worm Hunters and Final Girl theme. I mean, maybe horror. Okay, I suppose Giant Worms That Eat You could be seen as horror instead of adventure. That seems right to me. Florist in Florence and Knitting Circle format. I would say cozy. Oathbrokers, Pawns and Power, and Inside Job theme. So Inside Job is about espionage. Does that word fit? Let me see if that's listed in the themes of this. Yeah. Did I spell it right? Looks like it. Okay. Fight sequence and broom service theme. That could be magic or potentially fantasy. Fantasy seems like it's the right letters. Fab, Arcane, and Seasons Mechanic. Fab Arcane is also one that I haven't gotten a chance to play test. So in my memory, it's more like just things I've read about it and doesn't not as sticky, but I think it might be a deck builder. And hold on. I'm getting a interesting. Getting a AI suggestion that's interrupting and very distracting. That I'm looking for the checkbox to turn it off. I don't know. I'm not really sure what that was. This is a total tangent, what I'm trying to do, and that's kind of the point. That I was not interested in that tangent. I'm not sure if you could see it or if it was a popover that wasn't in the feed. I didn't see it I didn't see whether it was in the stream itself, but it was popping up over the page for me and making it hard for me to see things. And I'm not sure how to turn it off, but that will be a search for another time. All right. Super distracting, very annoying, dislike. But mechanics, I wonder if it's okay, drafting. I think it would be drafting because at the beginning of seasons, you do a draft pass to establish your starting hand. So I'm going to guess drafting. That fits. Soccer 54, Premier, and High Society Mechanic. I feel like it might be bidding, though. Does that fit? No, it doesn't. High Society, you know, I've only played it the one time. I think of it as it's definitely a game where you're spending money and trying not to be out of money by the end. I think it's an auction game. Let's see what this one says. Auction bidding. Bluffing and hand management. Well, I don't think of Soccer 54 Premier as a auction game. AUCTION. That wouldn't fit. It is. And I don't really think of it as a game where you do trick-taking type bidding either. Bluffing, maybe? Yeah, it's probably bluffing that would fit there. I think my memory of what it's like to play High Society is too faint for me to make the connection there. Following Leaves and Tichu. Tichu is a shedding game. And it's 15 across. Oh, I was in the wrong. Okay. Yeah, bidding, I'm more sure that happens in High Society. I was in the wrong box. That's why. That explains it. All right. And so shedding. Let me see what's on this page. Oh, card game. Yes. Both of those are definitely card games. And this one, Following Leaves, being in a set of kind of classic card game style games that are, there'll be different the different mechanics for different seasons. Each game is focusing on a different season, from Jonathan Schaffer. Oh, what? I could have, before clicking on that, I can think about it. Okay, so yeah, I mean, Sunday Split is an I pick you choose game, but oh, this might not be. I split you choose. 2 down. Yeah, that's 2. Let me see. I cut you choose. That makes more sense. I suppose there's like different words to that, you know, since mechanics are often whole phrases, some words can get swapped in there. Okay, Arcana Clash and Western Legends mechanic. I mean, I think of Western Legends as a sandbox sort of game. Arcana Clash. Got a lot of letters to give me a hint here, but oh, I gotta close that one. Look at this one. Oh, I have play tested this game. I was just blanking. Like, as soon as I see the art, I remember, seeing this card. This is a card game that is based on the tarot, but each card from the tarot has like different powers that mess with your neighbors, and ultimately you're just trying to collect the gem. Like, the powers allow you to collect sort of gems of different colors, and you're the first one to I don't know, gather the right combinations of things. You have kind of recipes you're trying to fulfill, of like up kind of a ladder of like, first you want to get these few colors of gems together, then you can go up to the next level and pursue another goal. Or when I played it, I believe it was like that. Something that it has in common with Western Legends, which is a game where you play a Old West character, and you have many options before you that are pretty thematic, like going to the saloon or catching outlaws, and you can decide whether you want to be an outlaw or a good guy based on the or on the side of the law and the sheriff and stuff. Let's see. Action drafting or action points, maybe. Action points. ACTI. Yeah, action points is something you have in Western Legends. Oops. POINTS. I had a typo there. Okay. Shovels and Scallywags and Far Away. So in this case, Shovels and Scallywags is a game I have play tested multiple times, quite familiar with. And Far Away, I just played that with my game group at the brewery last week. So it seems like I should be able to figure this one out. A mechanic that they have in common. Well, and Far Away, I mean, it's certainly, they're both card games, and it's 6 down. This one, okay, a long phrase with only one letter as a hint. It's I can't think of the name for this mechanic, but well, with Far Away, you care about playing numbers, like playing a card with a higher number than the card you played before. And there's not a lot of, there's some kind of take that and stuff in Shovels and Scallywags. You're bidding secretly with face down cards on treasures, collecting them. You can steal them from each other in Shovels and Scallywags. Far Away, you're not bidding. Well, I don't know. The number on your card determines your turn order. So you're a little bit bidding for not a specific item, but for a privilege in that game. And there definitely are like, could it be set collection? I don't think that has a, yeah, it doesn't have a G in it. I mean, you're not really set collect. You're looking for synergies between things on cards you've played that you score for, and then like having that thing that you score for on other cards. And there's an aspect of that. You're collecting things that have synergies with each other in Shovels and Scallywags, like similar to like Sushi Go scoring. If you have one shrimp, it's 0. If you have 2, it's worth something. It's got different kinds of symbols score different ways, but I can't think of a name of a mechanic that means that. So I'm gonna have to get the hint here and look at the page for this. Hand management? That has a G. Hand management. I don't really know why hand management. I guess it must be listed on. I know that I made these puzzles, right? And I use BGG as the source of truth, or Board Game Geek as the source of truth for what mechanics are included in the published games, and what the designer says about it as a source of truth for the prototype game that I'm comparing. I can't really think why it would be hand management in Far Away. How that's hand management. Because you always have 3 cards. So, I don't know. In Shovels and Scallywags, you have like some set of cards that belong to you, and they don't change at all. They have different values on them. You put them on the table face down, and at the timing of when you'd want to collect them back. Sometimes some things that happen in the game force you to take them back, and sometimes you can just choose to bring them back to you for like a consolation prize of a coin or something like that, if you feel that they're not going to win, or you need the most powerful card back that you had already put face down on the table and you're not going to get it back automatically, something like that. So I see why it would be called that in Shovels and Scallywags, but in Far Away, you play a card, draw a card, play a card, draw a card. I'm not sure how that's hand management. You're building a tableau. I'm not sure if that's getting kind of conflated, but anyway. 8-Minute Empire mechanic in Kingdom or Bust. 8-Minute Empire is a very distilled down like area control game. So, oops. There we go. And Kingdom or Bust is kind of feels a little bit more like a tug of war, or more, or sumo wrestling, I guess, more like pushing towards. You're pushing towards their back line. It's that type of area control going on in that game. Parry and Neuroshima Hex format. I mean, I think that might be fighting. It starts with an F. F-I-G-H-T-I-N-G. And one more, Unraveled and Letters from Whitechapel theme. It's going to be crime, yeah, or mystery, C-R-I-M-E. In Unraveled, some letters are incorrect. Oh, how nice that it gives me a "you're close" check grid. Oh, okay. I cut you C-H-O-O. Oh, it tells me even which one. Made it faster for me to find it. Okay, awesome. So, very helpful. It's like knew it was a typo, and then gave me that hint. Fantastic. And I get my timer, 15 minutes and 55 seconds. It's funny, I made that puzzle, but I made it more than a month ago, so if it's long enough after I've made the puzzle, I can't remember from memory, and I'm actually doing the puzzle again. Whatever that says about how my brain works. And before I let you go, I will just remind you that we have a free community for Protospiel Online. Right now, we don't have badge sales open for our next convention, though our next convention will be around the 15th of January, off the top of my head. Don't quote me on that, whether or not that's the Friday, but around that weekend in January, we will have our next Protospiel Online. Badges are not on sale yet, but you can always join our Discord community for free so that you will get announcements there, and you can still talk to our community in the clubhouse and everything in our Discord server there. So other than that, until next time, we will be, let me look ahead, for November 10th, we will be doing a word search next time for next Monday, and we'll see you then. Bye.